Alright, first and foremost, I don't know how to switch the camera angle, like, while recording. So this is all going to be from this point of view, back face camera on the phone. Because I'm a helpless idiot. Furthermore, this is going to be probably one of my longest videos I've ever made. It's actually a very real concern of mine that the battery on this phone dies before I finish this video, because I completely underestimated just how much fucking shit I have. I'll kind of do a little bit of a teaser here for you. But, so yeah, we're in the guest room. I do some of my recordings. Not many this last year. It was occupado, but it's neither here nor there. So yeah, I'm not really sure where to get into this. I didn't organize this terribly well, or a lot at all, really. Kind of just had this here as a kind of eye catcher for intro to the video, but we'll get into that later. That's really just a basic Amazon kit. If you could look it up on Amazon, you already know what's in it. But I'm gonna start with weapons, and I'm gonna start with my go-to, my favorite, my rifle. So first things first, I've got this $20 Tactical Allen shooting bag. Rifle bag, whatever you want to call it. This only barely fits, as I can demonstrate here for just a moment. It is basically the entire length of the rifle, because like we're like at the zipper here, and we are like at the zipper there. It's bulging, and I could fold the stock back, but then in that event, not entirely wide, so it wouldn't really accept that either. So I make do with what I got. It keeps the cat hair from getting all jammed up in the gun. Excuse me. Alright, so we've got 4 magazine pouches here. Let's see what we got here. We got PMag Gen 3, which is noted by the steel feed lips here. I think I got that loaded up. What is that? Is that Toll, or is that... Yeah, I got that loaded up with Toll. Might be a little wolf in there. I kind of don't really care. I get what I get, right? Especially right now. There's a lot of fucking panic buying, and yeah, I just got 1 round in that one. That's weird. Oh, I think that's a Red Army. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I got the Steel Bulgarians. I think I've got 3 of those now, possibly 4. I'm not sure. Got another steel feed lip. That one's empty. I really don't have a lot of ammo right now, unfortunately. Just another Steel Bulgarian. In here, I keep, these are some dummy rounds. I've got some 45 ACP in here, but I've also got some 7.62 dummy rounds, or snap caps. And then I've got some 22s that I picked up at the range that hadn't been fired, so I just grabbed them. Kind of tend to do that with a lot of the range rounds. You know, I'll just see some shit and I'm like, hey, that doesn't look too bad, so pick it up. Obviously, probably wouldn't fire anything like this, so that's not safe, I don't think. But it's fun to just kind of collect them and use them as reference material. So anytime you're trying to educate someone on firearms, and you know, they ask how big the calibers are, or have a misconception about how big the calibers are, then kind of give them a real life idea of what you're really looking at. I also have this grip core Magpul in there. It's got loaded up with AAAs. I don't have a sight, as I've said in previous videos yet, or an optic. So, as of yet, that is of little use to me. Moving on to the actual big boy itself. This is a C39 V2 Century Arms AKM. Not a whole heck of a lot to it. It's pretty simple. I mean, mine has a few bells and whistles, but that's about it. So we've got the Magpul MOE AK grip here, very popular grip. We've got the Magpul M-Lock vertical grip, MVG. We've got the AFG from Magpul as well, also M-Lock. We've got the Zukov 4-end gas block. I think that's a cat trying to get in. We've got like a proprietary muzzle brake here of some kind. I'm not entirely sure what kind of muzzle brake that is, but can't complain. Got the Zukov folding stock here, kind of covered up by the sling right now, but I'll get into that. And then I've got the cheek riser here. Again, as I said in my previous video, I don't actually use that. That's just for show, just for looks. Kind of completes the uniformity image. There's one thing that Magpul does well. I think it's the like fit and finish. You know, they're really good at making their parts look fully integrated, like they're supposed to be there. You hardly would know that these are not stock or not standard, really, other than just, you know, rifles don't usually come with that kind of stuff. As I've said in previous videos, I still have the silicone grip here from the store. A lot of people keep those on there just for while their gun is in the store because, you know, you have to, I guess, or it helps keep it from dinging things up or getting broke or whatever. But like, I just keep it on there because it's just comfortable. It's like a lot more comfortable than just trying to fucking grab the metal on there. And I would much rather, if I was trying to do a slap charge, I'd rather hit this with the silicone on it than hit it with the metal on it, because that's I'm weak. That's gonna hurt me. Anywho, so that's enough for the rifle. I'll get that zipped up real quick. I'm just setting you down just for a moment. Probably gonna be a lot of that, honestly. So bear with me. One thing I'm gonna go ahead and note is that where this collection, I have been collecting weapons and gear since roughly 2013, but some of the stuff is even earlier than that. You're gonna notice some of it is not as high-end or even available commercially, really. So on that note, this is my baseball bat. Let's see here. Sporting Marathon Goods. I've actually never really looked at this before. I think up here it used to say like Real Louisville Slugger or some shit like that. Could be wrong. But anywho, as you can see, this has seen some shit. I have used this extensively. It has been a part of my life for quite a while. It's probably showed it off in earlier videos, honestly. I can't remember though. I did a paracord wrap on it back in 2013. It's starting to come loose a little bit. But I mean, honestly, this is coiled like pretty well, so it's not really that bad. And it's still better than grabbing just the regular bat itself. Like, I would much rather just grab a hold of a bunch of paracord, even if it is kind of loose. So yep, that's the bat. Nothing much to it. Just a pretty basic wooden bat. I'm not proud of this one. And you know, you'd think, oh, maybe you made that when he was a kid. Yeah, you'd be wrong. So God damn it. A while back I found a piece of rusty rebarb just out in the front of my property, or not my property, but in front of my apartment. And I got it in my head. I was like, I can do something with this. You know, I can bring this a second life. And I had a metric fuck ton of rubber bands. So I literally just made a grip out of rubber bands. So this is just a nice little thumping stick, I guess, like a baton. Yeah, I can't imagine I'd ever be using this over something else. But I guess, if nothing else, it's a good teaching tool right now. Because, I mean, if you put your mind to it and you get creative, there's a lot of things you wouldn't think could be weaponized that you can turn into a useful or effective weapon. This right here, this rebarb is pretty heavy. If you've ever picked up rebarb, you know it's got some weight to it. If you put a nice grip on this so that you're not at risk of losing it or at risk of like causing abrasions on your hand, you know, it's a little bit more comfortable for you as the wielder, then this is an effective weapon. Are there better things? Absolutely. You know, that's kind of not the point of a makeshift weapon. But if you're in a pinch and you've got nothing but a piece of rebarb and some rubber bands, there you go. Or, you know, maybe electrical tape or duct tape or whatever. Moving on. So this is my tactical spear. I don't like to call it that because the word tactical is kind of become a little overused. But it's got a real nice sharp blade on it. But more importantly, it's got a nice sharp tip, which is why there's a sheath for it. So normally this thing is about this long, and then it has one of these little stock caps, these shafts. It's about, I don't know, like 4 feet long, 5 feet long. And then the inside of the tube is actually threaded. And setting you down for a second. Yeah, you can, I don't have it completely screwed in all the way because it's kind of a bitch to unscrew once you got it. But yeah, it becomes quite a bit longer, and I think I've actually got 2 extensions, or do I just have the one? I think I just have the one. Yeah, I've just got the one. Anywho, you can buy these shaft extensions to make it longer. So like if you're not happy with how long it is, you can adjust it or buy extras. I probably wouldn't recommend buying more than one because it's already 5 feet. And I mean, like, yeah, this will work as a regular spear and you can get some wiggle out of it, but you're not, I don't know. I mean, the whole point of a spear is long range, I suppose, so you do what you do, right? Screw it again. And we're moving on. Okay, next we have the Ruger 1022. As far as I know, this is pretty much fucking stock. Guess I probably shouldn't be showing off my serial number, but that's whatever. Yeah, so I've got an Uncle Mike's sling mount screwed in either side there, and then just a nice cheap sling. It's got the standard 10 round magazine in there. I'm not gonna fuss with it. Then I've actually got 3. So it's time to pop the ammo can. Three of the 25 round BX magazines. These, in my experience, don't feed as reliably as they probably should. But if we're being completely honest with ourselves, this is not a combat rifle. Could you use it as one? Yeah. Would you rather have it than have a piece of fucking rebarb? Yeah, you definitely would. But ultimately, probably not the most ideal rifle for getting in the shit. I'm just fucking around now. That's pretty neat. Anywho, alright, I'm just fucking losing myself here. So, that's the 1022. Had that since 2013, I think. This is pretty much brand new. I just picked this up yesterday from a friend. This is for the missus. But this is a little compact. In fact, as far as I'm aware, this is the most compact Ruger EC9S little 9mm pistol. I believe, ooh, that shoots out pretty fast. I believe it holds 8 rounds. Yeah, so 7 in the mag, 1 in the chamber. But I don't know if you can tell, I have really, really small hands, like incredibly small hands. I'm trying to think of something for reference. I mean, I guess you saw it next to those 22s, huh? But anywho, but yeah, this is a nice, cute little piece. Compared to my pistol, this thing is a lot more manageable and a lot smaller. And personally, if I was going to carry a gun, I would much rather have something manageable like this, especially with all the nice safety features. We've got a trigger safety, or a blade safety right there. We've got the actual mechanical safety right there. There's the mag link safety that prevents you from pulling the trigger back all the way while there's not, rather, a magazine in the well. I think there's some other safety feature, maybe on the slide or something. I'm not entirely sure. I remember there being like 4 or something like that, but anyhow. Nice, cute little piece. Pretty stylish looking. basically brand new. You know, there's a little scuffing on the top of the slide there, but I'm not super upset about that. This means it's been broken in a little better. Use two lines real quick. Put that away. Ah, fuck. I just realized I probably should have been doing barrel clear so people aren't freaking out. Oh well, this isn't one of those kind of videos. Alright, so we're gonna just, scoot that out of the way. Yeah. I'm not sure if I've ever actually showed this off before. This is my FNH, FNX, I don't know what the fuck to call them. It's a 45. It's not the tactical, because I think that's goofy, and I'm not into that, but yeah, as you can see, that is quite a bit bigger than the, than the EC9S. It's a big old fucking thick boy, and yeah, this is a combat pistol. You know, you're not concealing that, and you're not gonna want to be. These are 15 round double stack ACP. I keep one training round at the top. I don't really know why. I'm just an idiot, I guess. But yeah, that's all there is to that. And that is actually the last of my 5 guns. I only have 4 guns. Moving on. I've got quite a few blades, so bear with me on that. We've got this old ass, I think it was called a Black Hawk or some shit like that. Hunting knife, I guess. Just a dinky little $20 hunting knife from like Walmart. Is that fucking lube? What is that? I think there's some gun lube on the handle. Oh, Sheffield. There we go. This is light as shit. This feels like, I don't know, like fucking kitchen knife steel, like just stainless steel. So, not high carbon, not really kind of knife you would really want to count on. But, I mean, knife's a knife, could probably get some work done if you needed to. I don't mean like actual work, I mean like wet work, but neither here nor there. Oh, Rogue was what it used to say. Yeah, I was kind of a picky little boy, and I fucking picked out all the fucking threading, because I don't like my fucking knives to have fucking branding on them. I don't like anything to have branding on it, really, but it is what it is. I'm not a fucking capitalist, so I don't really do that kind of shit. This is a cheap knockoff version of, I think it's the M2 military knife, American military knife, or bayonet, actually. I think it's a bayonet. It's supposed to be a bayonet. Oh god, I forgot I fucking, oh Jesus, that's cringy. So I guess at one point I got it in my head to carve Frenzy on there. Well, yeah. I'm sure that'll rust someday. Once again, this is not by any means a high quality blade. In fact, it is actually a rat tail tang. So it is just a fucking rat tail in here. Real fucking great. I'll set you down for a second here. I might even be able to show it to you. Yeah. I guess I tightened that pretty good, actually. Which is nice, because don't want that going all crazy on you. Fuck it. There we go. Okay. So it's also... Oh my god, fuck. I can tell I haven't fucking fucked with this for a few years. It's also got a compass in the pommel. I don't know if that'll... Yeah. That's just a button compass, so who knows how well that really works. But yeah, you can see in there, there's a little capsule for like survival gear or whatever. When I was younger, I used to think this thing was just the coolest fucking thing. This fucking like Rambo fucking kind of knife or whatever. Something to keep in mind, a lot of survival gear, a lot of bug out gear, a lot of weaponry, you know, it's marketed at idiots, children, teenagers, whatever, who just see cool action movie and they want to be like the guy in the movie. I'm not proud of it, but I've fallen for a lot of that shit. This is a little $5 throwing knife that I found on Amazon. Initially I was considering starting to try and learn how to do throwing knives. Honestly, I would say this is a pretty good quality throwing knife. It's got good balance. And for $5, it's pretty decent. It's actually sharp on both sides, and especially the tip. If I can get it to focus. You know what? You'll just have to believe me, I guess. Oh, there we go. Yeah, pretty sharp tip. Not terribly sharp, but sharp for a $5 knife. Throwing knife, no less. And that's used, too. Like, I've definitely trained with that here and there. Let's see. This is surprisingly my most expensive knife. This is just a nice $40 buck skinning knife. And I would say easily my sharpest knife. Probably my best looking knife too. And this handle is super comfortable too. Buck makes some pretty good quality knives. God, I can feel the sharpness on that right away. Yeah, that's a beautiful fucking shot right there. Wish I could get that for the thumbnail, but fortunately they don't really let people choose their thumbnails if they aren't big on YouTube, or if they do, I have no idea how to do that. So hey, if you know how to pick your thumbnail for your YouTube videos, go ahead and drop down in the comments and let me know, because I have no fucking clue. This is Jesus. You know, let this video be kind of a precautionary tale in a sorts, because not all survival gear is, one, is necessary, or two, is something you should be wasting your money on. For example, this thing has a little flashlight, and that's super cool, super cute. It's got a little magnet to keep it, you know, stuck in there. Problem is, I've looked, and the batteries for something like this are like literally more expensive than this knife itself. Like, I'm not even shitting you. It's kind of ridiculous. This was like, I think like a $2 or $3 knife. Got like a little like ferro rod or sharpening rod or whatever you want to fucking call it. Sticks nice in there. I wouldn't say nice about anything on this thing. It's just a dinky little knife. Got a pocket clip. Moving on. This, while I suspect is a really cheap, stupid knife, because I only bought it for 20 bucks, but it's probably one of my favorite knives, honestly. It probably is my favorite knife. This is my Timber Rattler Bowie knife. And I don't know if you can hear that. That's a fucking heavy boy. That's a thick piece of steel. Let's see, what do we got? Surgical stainless steel, handcrafted in Pakistan. Yeah, so a little bit of a shitty thing about this is we get some corrosion and some rust along the brass on the handle. That's just literally just age. This thing is, I've had this for so long now. Some of that green there. See if I can scrape that off. Yeah, it just comes right off. Never had a problem with it not just scraping right off, so that's a good thing. Got brass rivets there. Oh my god, that one looks bad. Just get in there and clean that up a little bit. I would guess that this isn't actually like a wood of any kind. This is probably just an epoxy of something or something like that. This down here, this little pommel, this is actually pretty sharp, surprisingly. So like that could potentially be dangerous to the person wielding it, but I mean, mostly I would just say it's like, you know, if like you really wanted to be completely unexpected, just fucking crown that in and fucking rake or whatever. But yeah, and then this is once again another knife that's kind of surprisingly sharp. I have sharpened these, like it's not like I'm like a total fucking inept idiot, but I wouldn't say I'm good at sharpening. Probably could stand to learn a few things. This is my newest knife. This is a Schrade Karambit. This is made by the same people that make the spear that I own. This is kind of a bitch to get out of here, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this down. Because, yeah, you gotta be real careful with these fuckers, because they are very, very sharp. Like, literally, some of the, like, first, like, review pictures you can see on Amazon for these are just people that have fucking, like, gone to the fucking, emergency room for fucking stitches because they just fucking slip their hand right open. You can see this is kind of a dinky holster. It kind of like bites down right here, and that's like what keeps it closed. It's like a tension thing, so you kind of just have to pull that apart, and that's how you get it out. So that's how I'm sure a bunch of these fucking hulking ape men fucking like ended up fucking hurting themselves. But yeah, these are nothing to fuck around with. This is real deal fucking karambit. You know, just fucking go in punching, I guess, is the strategy here. Just rake them up, you know, just really odd and unconventional is the word I'm looking for. Knife style, I guess, which is kind of what you want. You want to mix it up because there's a lot of martial arts that are designed as self-defense for knives, or they have self-defense for knives built in. And yeah, if you're going up against someone who knows how to handle a knife, you want something more like this rather than something like, I don't know, one of those dinky knives I showed you before. Alright, that is it for all the weapons. And I think with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and just split this into 2 parts. So this is going to be the end of part 1. I'll go ahead and start uploading this, and I'll start working on the next one. Sorry you don't get to see my beautiful face. But yeah, it's neither here nor there. So stay tuned. We're going to get into all this stuff in part 2. Oh, actually, real quick, I put this on the weapon table because it's a big old flashlight. So yeah, anywho, that's covered now. So now we're not covering that. So part 2.